Hey guys, and welcome back to episode 7 of Tide Talks. Can't believe
7.
we're at 7 already.
Making progress.
We are indeed.
Yes.
So, today, as you can tell from our screen, we will be talking about all things Black Friday because it's coming up, it's very soon, and businesses need to be on the ball with Black Friday.
Yeah, they do. Look, whether you like it or not, Black Friday is a very important key date in the marketing calendar or in the business calendar for everybody. Whether you're buying or selling, and if you're running a business, you will be selling something, it is important to get it right. So before we talk about some of the things that you could do to get it right, should we go to like the opposite and talk about how or what people do when they get it wrong? You know, some of the shock things that, I don't know, you might see as a consumer, because I know there are some things that I see that just, I think, are completely the wrong way of doing it. What do you think?
I think from my perspective, it's when businesses tend to copy their competitors and do very similar deals, very similar promotions, and it's almost like, why? You know, because you're not going to stand out. And the main thing about Black Friday is you've got something that makes people want to go, oh, I want to choose that brand over that one.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, obviously it's important to do your competitor research, but I think that can be a big no-no when it comes to kind of Black Friday, is if everyone's doing the same thing, because people just won't notice.
No, you got to do what you can to. It's going to be so loud. Like, everything's so loud. Your email inbox will be full of emails. Social will be absolutely soiled with ads and posts with everyone trying to promote everything. So we got to make sure that we're doing something that cuts the noise for your target market, so that, you know, whether, and it might not necessarily be the deal that you lead with either. It might be the creative that gets the attention, rather than the deal being, you know, who can give the most amount of discount. But I think there's a couple of real problematic aspects of Black Friday. One, for me, the obvious one is, why is it so cheap today when it wasn't yesterday? Sometimes people get annoyed, I think, with discounts. You know, you see audacious, outrageous discounts up to 60, 70%. And I think a lot of people think, well, how could you justify the cost of this yesterday, the price of this yesterday, when today it's 30 quid, when yesterday it was 100? Do you think that's damaging? Do you think people need to be careful that they perhaps don't do that?
Yeah, big time. I think a prime example, I recently just bought a coat and I suddenly went, why didn't I wait till Black Friday? Because they're probably going to discount that a lot, and then I'll be frustrated almost at myself.
Yeah.
And then the company, because I'm like, well, how could you charge this much for the coat then? And now suddenly it's over half the price cheaper. And then, it almost might put me off wanting to spend more money with them.
Yeah. Well, we
I've
talked
always
about
not
this in the office, didn't we?
Yeah.
How, like, I've already got some stuff in my basket on a certain shop waiting for Black Friday. Important point, though, I think, for companies to understand there might be, especially in e-commerce or in luxury items, or, you know, things that people maybe don't necessarily need. It's not a necessity, but it's a nice to have.
Yeah.
That you might not get a lot of sales now. Like, we're filming this at the start of November, because people will wait.
Yeah.
Because it's so much of a thing that people will just wait and see. Not obviously not in the case of your coat, right? But you've already thought, okay, if I buy something now, I might as well wait until Black Friday. There will be customers out there doing that. So what can businesses do to get ready? Because one thing's for sure, there is an active demand. People are going to be looking for deals.
Yeah.
They may well come to your website and expect something. Yeah?
Yeah.
Is there a case to be made to not do a deal?
I think it depends on what you're trying to sell. You know, if it's a service, some people might be like, well, that's just our service.
True.
We don't need to actually give a discount because we know that people are getting the value of money.
Yeah.
Whereas I think with products, you don't necessarily have to jump on the bandwagon, but I think you could miss out on a lot of potential sales if you don't.
Yeah. I think that's the key thing. Like it or not, you might miss out on some sales. In fact, doing a bit of research into Black Friday, why is it called Black Friday? There are a few different concepts that you can read about, but one that keeps coming up is that companies were using this date after Thanksgiving. Bear in mind that's an American holiday. And it was to, you know, go, if you were making a loss and you were in the red in your accounts. This day of mass purchasing through discounts would allow you to go into a profit, hence being called Black Friday, because on the spreadsheet you'd go from being in the red into the black. And so that's what I saw quite a lot frequently when I was researching it, which makes a lot of sense. Companies want to cash in. They got stock, Christmas is coming, they know that that's the case, and they're cashing in to bring some profit margin in by cutting it down slightly and selling as much of it as they can. Now, we're in the UK. We don't have Thanksgiving. So one of the biggest differences, I think, for UK consumers is they're not buying for the holidays, they're buying for Christmas perhaps, or for themselves. Two very different buying motivators. So how do you approach it yourself, Emily, when you're thinking about buying gifts for Christmas for people? Would you or would you not use Black Friday as a good way to save some of your budget?
See, previously I haven't, but that's because I'm very traditional, love doing my Christmas shopping in December. But I think this year, obviously with like the cost of living, you know, it's affecting a lot of people, and I think it's important to realise that yes, people will be using it to do their Christmas shopping. And I think I will be one of those, and actually starting to take advantage of it. I think because sometimes people can be last minute with their Christmas shopping, whereas I think if you do plan ahead, you know what websites you want to visit, you know what products you want to buy, then you can really kind of get involved and actually get those discounts that you need.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're selling, think about that. You might not have it in your head right now about Christmas, but if you can start planting some Christmas language into your marketing around Black Friday, that may help to bring more of the buying market your way. I think it's really smart. I usually leave Christmas shopping to the last minute, but last couple of years I have made full use of Black Friday. Why wouldn't you? And I think that's the point. You know, why wouldn't you, as a consumer, make use of guaranteed discounts and promotions? It's that guaranteed in our minds that if we went somewhere and they didn't have something for sale, you'd almost be like, oh, well, screw you then. You know? That's how much it's turned, which is dangerous when you think then from the business's point of view, you are expected to put on some kind of deal. Now, let's talk a little bit about the deals, because a deal is different to a discount. A discount is a type of deal, but there are also other deals. And you touched on something really interesting about service businesses. Why should you have to cut your fees and give a discount? There are other things that you can do. You can offer more. You can offer more time, more energy. You could structure the way that you do your service so that it's a unique offer. That's a one-time promotion, limited, rather than discounting. So don't feel like you have to cut your margins, because you don't. You can be creative. Have you seen anything, or have you got any ideas about how people could do that?
I think, well, for services particularly, having that offering is really important, because obviously you know that people are going to pay the price for the full service as it is. So why not attract someone by adding something? It might not even be something relevant to the service. It might be like a free product that's kind of relevant to their business, and someone goes, oh, actually, you know, that's almost tempted me a little bit more to kind of pay the full amount because I'm getting a little extra bonus. So I think that's really important to kind of consider for those service-based businesses.
I think it's great. I think as well, thinking about the gifting. If someone is in a service-based business, that could be a gift. You could have gift vouchers. That you could sell a value of a gift voucher. So for example, the gift voucher could be £50, but you sell it for 10 or 15. So that way you're acquiring a new customer. It would have to be for new customers, so it has to be a present for people. It has to be a first time. This is great if you're in the beauty industry, or if you are in the therapies industry or something like that, or personal trainers. Something that you would probably be willing to give away for close to free anyway, to get a new person in, to get a new client in. You wouldn't be giving it away for free, because you would be getting paid the small figure, £10, £15, for the present to be bought. You would take the money in, £10, £15, which is more than you would if you gave it away for free, of course. But then the person buying it gets to give the value of £50 to their friend. And so they feel like they've got a great deal. The friend, when they receive that Christmas present, feels like, oh, they've spent £50 on me. And so now we're playing into the narrative of, as you've already mentioned, about perhaps people not having as much money to spend this time for various reasons. They're more calculated about their decisions. a £15 purchase to get a £50 value, which makes me look great and makes me look like I've spent a lot of money, is a great strategy
Yes.
for service-based businesses as we approach this Black Friday and this Christmas period. So keep that in mind. I think that would be really useful. We're going to run a couple of those for our clients as well, so we can report back and let you know how they go.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
What other deals and twists and turns can we talk about?
Well, I think it'd be interesting to kind of talk about, particularly for small businesses, you know,
Yes.
what sort of strategies they can adopt and what like marketing channels can they use to really
Yep.
promote these deals.
Yeah, because it's going to be loud.
Yeah, and I think the first place you have to start is your website. You know,
100%.
that is.
So glad you said that.
Yeah, it's the hub, isn't it?
Yeah.
You always mention it on every video.
Yeah.
You know, that is the first place you should always start when you're
Yeah.
running any new campaign. And obviously, Black Friday is huge. People naturally go to your website to
Yeah.
purchase the products.
That's inbound.
Yeah.
That's inbound traffic
Mm.
because they're coming to you.
Yes.
Yeah, and if you're not there, it'd be like coming to your cafe and you've put the close sign on the door.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because you were walking the streets trying to give people coffee.
Yeah.
You know, there's someone literally there at the door and you're not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, you need to just consider, it can even be from a simple change of the banner, just
100%.
to make it really obvious
Yeah.
and just scream Black Friday deals.
Yeah, to let you know that we're thinking about you.
Yeah,
We haven't, we're doing something.
Yeah.
There's something to be done here.
exactly.
And then when people go to that website, they feel good and excited. Oh, there is a deal.
Yeah.
Because it's a whole dopamine thing. When that website's loading,
Mhm.
person's brain's going, please be a deal, please be a deal, please be a deal. And then it comes up and it's like, buy one, get two free.
Yeah.
And you go, oh my God, there's a deal. And
Yes.
so that dopamine is like, bang,
Mm-hmm.
it's satisfaction. And there's huge negative repercussions to not having that there.
Yeah.
Please be a deal, please be a deal. Oh, there isn't one.
Mm.
Oh, screw you then.
And that's the thing, I think if it's not on your website, then
Yeah.
they're not going to naturally go on your socials and be like, oh, there's a deal here, but when I go to the website, there's nothing.
Yeah,
So,
website banner.
yeah, I think that's kind of the main thing.
Yeah.
Or a pop-up, you know, when you first go on the
Yeah,
website.
it'll pop up, yeah.
So I think there's loads of different things you can do to really kind of shout about it on your website.
Yes.
But obviously that then needs to filter into your socials, into your paid ads,
Yeah.
into your emails.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, there's a lot of different opportunities. For example, with emails, that's your more personal branding. You know, that's where you can really communicate to people who want to know more about you. You know, they've subscribed to you. They want to hear more information. So why not give them a treat? You know, give them an early discount code, or they might get
Yeah.
a free product when they purchase one of your other ones. So I think that's kind of a key channel to
It is.
really kind of make that relationship and build it with them,
Yeah.
especially before Christmas. You know, that's when a lot more sales come in. So you need to start building that rapport and get your customers invested in kind of what you're doing.
Email, early access, early heads up, VIP access,
Yeah.
subscriber specials, deals or discounts that aren't available to everyone else, but only to the email subscribers. Those are a couple of great ideas. But whatever you do, okay, with email this Black Friday, be very careful about using the words Black Friday. Imagine a swimming pool from a bird's eye view, and there are 20 people in that swimming pool and they've all got swimming caps on. Everyone is wearing a blue swimming cap. It's very difficult to tell who's who.
Yeah.
Pop one of them in a yellow hat and you can see them wherever they go. That's what everyone's inboxes are going to look like. All right.
Yes.
I'm telling you now. You open your phone, you go into your inbox. Black Friday, Black Friday, Black Friday. Right. The one that then says something different will look like the yellow swimming hat amongst a bunch of blue ones. So be creative about your email subjects. Like, everyone knows it's Black Friday because they're seeing it everywhere. It is a waste of digital real estate attention to just put those two words there.
Yeah.
So instead, be clever about it. The deal you've been waiting for example, because what they're waiting for a deal. Good news. Yes, we do have a deal, right? You wanted to know, here's the answer, right? All subject lines that you could use that could help your subscribers to get excited.
Yes.
Rather than just missing it and it being part of the noise. Yeah, I think it's really important. Please don't send any emails out that say Black Friday. The exception, of course, is if you're doing a sequence, and one of them happens to be like last chance for Black Friday deals.
Yeah, because
your competitors might not be doing as many emails as you. So therefore, if you send that kind of last minute one, then, it probably all works. So
most people will send zero.
yeah,
I'm talking small businesses now. I'm not necessarily talking like our clients that are e-commerce clients.
yeah,
Most will zero. Some will do one, and almost no small businesses will do more than that over the course of the week.
Yeah.
When it comes to e-commerce, some might do one a day, but you do have to be a little bit relentless, especially if you're banking on this period. Like we have a couple of clients that really bank on this period.
yeah,
And so we do send even multiple emails a day in order to make sure that we hit our targets, because people do need time to think and buying decisions, and you might catch them at the wrong time and it's going to be competitive. So don't worry about sending as many as you think is appropriate, and then one more.
yeah. No, I think they're really relevant points. So I think let's kind of talk about social, because obviously social should almost reflect kind of what you're promoting on your website. So I think when it comes to Black Friday, obviously you need to promote your deals, you need to kind of get your messaging across. But I think there's different ways of doing it rather than just a standard post. 20% off, head to the website,
Yeah.
I think there's so many different tools that you can use, videos, for example.
Yep.
They're trending a lot, Reels on Instagram, you find the right sort of music and you get a lot more views.
Yep.
So videos are really important. I think even podcasts, why not try a podcast and speak about some of these exciting deals you've got coming up? Because then people might know why you've actually put those deals in place.
Context behind it.
Yeah, exactly. And then a lot of this can kind of filter out into paid ads, and then you can start targeting people who may have never purchased from your business before.
Yeah. That is such a great, because within that, what you're saying there is bringing more context and telling more of the story.
Yeah.
And not just slapping, like, what discount should we give? 20, 25? And slapping it onto a graphic and posting it and hoping for the best. There's a story within every product you're trying to sell.
Yeah.
And I think people value honesty and transparency. And people understand ins and outs of business. And I think if you had a product range, you could almost say, listen, we're doing a discount on this product for Black Friday. The reasons being, it's a great gift for you or someone else. But you know what? We got some new ones coming in January. And so this is a great opportunity to buy these, but also for us to sell them. And we want to give you a reason for it. It's a great gift. They're really great quality. It's just that they are going to be replaced.
Yeah.
People understand that. There's a reason why, people have seasonal sales. And I think that businesses can be quite honest and open, like even service-based businesses. Listen, we've got this service that we run. We're not going to be taking on as many new clients in the new year, but we'd love to just be able to have everyone that's interested get on board right now.
Yeah.
That's why we've got this deal.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
talk about it, like you say, on a podcast, in a video, rather than just slapping it on there and then sitting back and waiting.
Yeah.
Tell the story. Yeah.
And I think that's particularly important for small businesses, because you need to help your audience understand, why you started, the reason is behind it.
Audience understand.
Yeah. So I think, Black Friday is an opportunity to do that, as well as promoting all the amazing deals you've got going on.
Which is excellent, deep branding
Yes.
as well. Connection-based branding, which is the
Yeah.
best kind. For us, we've got our forum that we talked about last time, and we've got a deal for a limited amount of people to pay for 2 months and get 6 months of membership. The reason is because we've recently launched it to almost like our beta members, and now we're looking to extend it a little bit further. But we also understand that it's not been running for a long time.
Yeah.
So the trust and evidence isn't as strong as it will be in the future.
Exactly.
Which is why there's that deal. Plus, obviously, we want to have as many people on board before the new year, because that's when the serious work starts.
Yeah, exactly.
Context.
So I think final question from me is kind of, how does a small business stand out from the crowd in Black Friday?
The simple answer is do the opposite of everybody else. It sounds so simple, but if everyone's looking that way, do it that way. If everyone's doing the graphics with the numbers on, do a video parody of a song, be creative. You've got choices, okay, as a business with a marketing budget and a marketing department or a marketing person, or maybe it's you because you're all the things, which is why you need forum, by the way. You can either choose to do it with creative or with money. You can pay for advertising. Advertising allows you to get placements, which give you an advantage because your message is there instead of somebody else's. But creative, that's a real opportunity if you've got the time and energy and it's worth it for you to be a little bit more out there, to separate your own business's personality from the noise of Black Friday sale and be able to be more tongue-in-cheek, have some fun, tell a story, do a little bit of a home video style kind of parody or something similar.
Yeah.
And, if anything, it's just going to get people talking. And it doesn't just end, by the way, on Monday, obviously Cyber Monday, but we're not going to talk about that now. But it doesn't just end because people will still be talking about and seeing potentially all of this creative that week after.
Yeah.
There's no reason why you can't keep an offer. You should never have a limit, like an end or a deadline to an offer and then just leave it. You should always end it. Mm-hmm. But for example, if you had a 20% discount or you had a package that involved a free one of those and one of those, you might change it to say that you got a 10% now for the rest of the year. Okay. Mm-hmm. And you would use all of the knock-on attention from that original creative to help move traffic towards you to purchase from you at the 10% discount rather than the original Black Friday.
Yeah.
So still rules play for, so not the end after this four-day thing.
Yeah, no, exactly. I think, it's important to note that I think when people think of Black Friday, they think, oh, just one day. That's all I got to do is, prep for one day of social and emails. But actually, the build-up is what gets people excited. Yeah. And the period after that as well, because people won't see your social post just from that one day. Social posts can be shown for weeks after. So I think it's important to kind of make sure you've got at least a week's worth of strategy kind of ready to go for Black Friday, rather than just kind of thinking, oh no, we'll just post on the day and leave it at that.
Definitely. The front of mind power is even stronger at the start of December because of Christmas.
Yeah.
There are three things that happen after Black Friday the moment it ends. Number one, people in reality, most people are closer to payday after. Okay? Just because of the dates. So that's interesting, isn't it? Because maybe they didn't have as much money to spend in Black Friday. So, that's common sense, right? Mm-hmm. Second is FOMO is the right word, but have I got the right deals, or should I have got something for myself, or is there something I could have done better? Is there a better deal that I could have found from another brand? Mm-hmm. So they're going to be thinking and feeling that. I know I do. I'm still shopping around. Yeah. Still checking out sales and discounts. And the third thing is that Christmas bell starts ringing. And I don't mean that in a sense of a Christmas song. I mean that in the sense that we start thinking, shit, we better get ourselves organised for Christmas. So the buying triggers are almost stronger after Black Friday. So the companies that just go, yeah, cool, Black Friday, pop it up, take it down again, that's it, won't do as well as the ones that think, right, well, how can we make the most of this attention when it's not as chaotic, but it's smoother in the build up to Christmas and having these deals ready after Black Friday.
Yeah.
Think beyond, think around, and again, do the opposite of what everyone else does, because everyone else is just going to go, oh, Black Friday deal, 25% off, come and get it. The end. But a lot of people will do that.
Yeah.
And that's just going to end up being wallpaper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think more of the story, be different, stand out.
Yeah. And the first part of sales is attention.
Yeah. If
you're not standing out and not getting attention.
Exactly. Well, I really hope that this podcast has helped you guys kind of think a little bit outside the box. Black Friday isn't just one day, it's a whole period. And there are ways to make your business stand out in the whole crowd, because it's a busy day for a lot of businesses. And you need to stand out to get those sales. But as we mentioned, we've also got our forum launching soon with a little Black Friday deal.
It's launched.
Yes, yeah.
But the Black Friday deal is very real.
Yes, it is.
But it's more of a kind of, because we're taking our own medicine here. It's more of a kind of November promotion rather than just a single thing.
Yeah.
But go on, carry on.
Yeah, so obviously if you guys have any questions, then do get in touch. We'd love to speak to you and kind of tell you more about the forum.
Yeah.
And we'll catch up with you next time.
I'll put a link in the description of the video.
Yes.
The deal might not be available for you if you're watching this, because it may have already been gone. But take your own medicine. If you click the link, there will be something else presented to you. So
Yes.
there's always going to be something there, even if you're watching this in 2025 or beyond. There'll still be something there. If there isn't, then things have gone terribly wrong. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you in episode 8.
Yes,
See you next
we'll see you then.